What up, everybody? Welcome to Keeping It 9450, Codename WBB. I'm Daniel Artest. KDot, what's going on? How you doing, brother? What's popping? What's cracking?
Hey, yo, what up? What it is? What's popping? We are back in full effect and we are looking brand new. So before we get into what we got to talk about, let's talk about how the flavor is about to be on and popping. Let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely. You know how we do, KDot. We like to do our thing. So we going to more of a video podcast thing. Obviously, you can still hear the show on the audio, Apple, Spotify, and everything like that. But we decided to be like, all right, cool. You know what? We want our faces to be seen more. We want everybody to see us. So here we are. We here, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Follow the channel, youtube.com/the9450. And we here. So let's get it rocking. So, Kiddo, what up? What else is on your mind? We had a funny day today on Twitter. Don't forget to follow the 9450 on Twitter as well. We had a lot of fun talking about some food, some backstories about certain stuff regarding some entertainers and stuff. It's been a good day so far. What's going on?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to Angel Wilson. We talked about this in our pre-prod, and congratulations actually on being USA Female Player of the Year. Great honor. She keeps racking up the awards for 2022 after having a tremendous year, and the awards keep piling up. But I saw a tweet from her. Obviously, she's somewhere in the area where there's a Bojangles, and shout out to Bojangles. The Carolinas, they represent heavily with Bojangles. She was surprised that the Bo-Berry biscuits that Bojangles are famously known for added holiday sprinkles to the already sweetness of the Bo-Berry biscuit itself. So it's so crazy how that conversation started, because shout out to Mark Schindler and our homie friend of the network, Jessica. They were talking about how they never really had Bojangles, and we're like, yo, missing out.
Yeah.
So they wanted a little explanation on what Bo-Berry biscuits was. So I chimed in, gave them a little explanation on what the Bo-Berry biscuits were and how. And shout out to Charmaine too. She came in and explained how Bojangles is just a pillar of the Carolinas, if you will. You can't miss with Bojangles. And I know you chimed in about it. Your first experience with Bojangles was back in 2019. It was just a great conversation. It all started with just one tweet from Angel Wilson. Angel Wilson is just an incredible person. And I just wanted to give her flowers right quick. So what were your thoughts on the whole Bojangles conversation?
This is directed to Charmaine. Charmaine, listen, you almost made me lose my religion today. I almost went to that Bojangles and grabbed the meal that you recommended and the other meal that I wanted. But at the end of the day, I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have it on New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it on New Year's Eve. I'm gonna end the year with some Bojangles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't fold, Kate. I was like, nah, I can't fold. I gotta stay strong and stuff. But the way Charmaine was tweeting that food out though, just the words, I smelt it. I smelt it. I smelt it. I was like, yeah, I smell that. I know the moments. It's a culture thing, Kate. Like what Denzel said in an interview where you could smell a Sunday where the hot comb on the stove, you know that smell. It's a culture thing, you know what I'm saying? And Charmaine took me there. So I was just like, damn, like Charmaine, they didn't get me on this one, but next time, I'm not gonna fold though. The next time Bojangles is mentioned, KDot, I'm going to fold. I'm gonna be down bad, bro. I'm letting you know right now. But yeah, regarding Asia, yeah, incredible player. And it's crazy, you know, what she did during that world championship run after missing the games because they won the championship. I think that she missed 2 games. And the way she came back and the way how dominant she was, it's just we could talk about Asia all day long, how amazing she is, because she really is that girl right now. When it comes to women's basketball, she is the tip of the spear. She is the face of it all right now, regardless of whatever everybody else must think. Asia is what she is, bro.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with what Asia is doing right now, and she continues to do it even in the off season. This is an incredible thing to see. It's an incredible thing to hear. I saw the interview with her and Ari Chambers. Shout out to Ari, of course, as always, the incomparable Ari Chambers in that interview. I mean, a lot of emotions came out of that as well. And I was very happy to see Asia show that side of her because she was so passionate. And shout out to her parents too. I've met her parents, Miss Eva and Mr. Orozco Wilson. It's an incredible thing to have parents by your side and do what they do so she can be successful. And they've been doing it since she's been born. So it's an incredible thing to be around. I just wanted to give her a shout out, give her a little bit of flowers so we can move on to the next thing. But while moving on to this next thing, we're still going to get on this Twitter thing. We still on Twitter because you posted something that was crazy. And everybody wants to know the backstory to this. Everybody wants to know the backstory to this. So what's up with you behind Jay-Z and Beyonce? What's up with that?
That's funny because it's supposed to be just a basketball podcast, but now we're talking about life. Now we're talking about life. So nah, it's no big deal. So what happened is that there's a place in LA, it's a vegan spot, a raw food spot called Gracias Madre. It's on Rodeo Drive in LA. So go check it out. Really good food. It's not like raw food at its best. Like for anybody that know what raw food is, like raw pizza, like everything. It's really dope. So I ordered ahead and I went to go pick it up. And I'm just there, but there's a lot of commotion when I walk in. But I didn't really know what it was. Like you just see a lot of people rushing around. And so I'm just here to get my order. I'm waiting. I'm in the corner just waiting for my stuff. And then all of a sudden, I'm on my phone. I look up and damn, it's Beyonce. And then it's Hove. I'm like, oh snap, that's what's up. All right, they eat here. That's good. Now they was waiting at the door. And I'm like, why are they just waiting mad long at the door? So I'm just still waiting for my food and stuff. And then when my food came, you know what I'm saying? Everything just came at the same time. So I just opened the door for them, let them out. Beyonce was like, thank you. Hope seen me. He recognized me from Rucker Park and everything. Yo, D, what's going on? How you doing? That's what's up. They remember my name. So that's cool. I was like, all right, that's what's up. And so it was crazy. Now, leaning into it, going into the restaurant, nobody was outside. It was empty. What coming out? The reason why you see me in them pictures like that was all that paparazzi, KDot. All that paparazzi came out of nowhere. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, I gotta get out of here. You seen that outfit that I had on? I'm on Rodeo Drive, dressed with a Lakers shirt, Knicks shorts, and some weird shoes or whatever. I was just like, well, I'm looking crazy out here. I gotta get I'm out of here. So
Let's not hold on. Let's not forget the white tube socks. You had on white
yeah.
tubes. Like I was like, oh snap. That's DA and DA. He's being DA.
That's me
You know,
being me.
the reactions, the facial expression. Yeah, that's DA.
Yeah,
That's DA.
that's just me being me. You know what I'm saying? The craziest thing about this though is that I actually made a lot of money that day. Yo, all paparazzi people wanted to know how nice was Beyonce. Did she say hi? This, that, and the other, because they seen me interactive. I was like, yeah,
Right,
she's
right.
nice. She's nice. She's this, that, and the other. Hey, that paparazzi, I got paid like $2,700 just just for answering like 2 questions. Here you go. Boom. That's crazy. All right, cool, whatever. I went home, had cash in my pocket and everything, got to meet Jay-Z and stuff like that. Now, how I got the picture, somebody sent it to me on Twitter and I seen it. And then I'm like, yo, where was this at? So I seen the picture. It was probably like, it was a couple months later. So I seen, I'm like, yo, where was this place at? So I typed in Beyonce Gracias Madre on the Google and that's when it comes up. So if you ever type in Beyonce Gracias Madre, you'll see the picture, you'll see me there. Some people was like, yo, that shit is Photoshop. I'm like, nah, it ain't Photoshop. I'm in the building. I'm right there and everything. Cause you can even look at another picture too that you see where it's Jay-Z, like Beyonce still walking, but Jay-Z, he turned his back and he's looking at something, but me and him was actually talking or whatever. So that was pretty cool and stuff to be like just like that or whatever. But it was fun times and stuff. And I actually met Beyonce before too as well. It was during the Bootylicious video that was shot by Hype Williams. Now, Hype Williams, I know we get way off of basketball right now. This is how bad off season is in women's basketball. I know we got college, but we like way off right now. So Hype Williams got a studio. It's actually right outside of Queensbridge. Literally, like you walk outside of Queensbridge, it's literally right there on 21st Street and 41st Avenue, where he shoots all his videos at. He shot Belly in there. He shot all the Bust Around videos was shot in there. Hype Williams had the Bootylicious video. So I actually had a chance to meet Destiny's Child before. If you ever look at the Bootylicious video, you'll see Mobb Deep in there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see Mobb Deep, you see Ron. We was all there that day, just all kicking it. I had a chance. That's why I think that she spoke to me, because I think that she did. I was like, yo, this face look familiar, yo. Handsome too. Yeah, but that's all. That was fun. That was fun to be in there. And my picture, hey, listen, my picture is in there forever. All right. I'm the head of Bayhive. I'm just letting all y'all know right now. Me, Daniel Artest, I lead Bayhive. All right. I got closer than any of y'all fans because I like raw food. Eat healthy.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. So as we move forward
Yes,
in this
as we move forward.
conversation, one
Yes.
thing, and I promise you guys we're going to get to basketball. This is the off season for the WNBA, and as you can see, if you're watching, we're rocking some pretty nice swag. And
Mhm. Facts.
I want to give a big shout out to the collab team made for the W. B Terrell, who's rocking with their social media team and the crew over there in Lids Hat Drop. They came up with a great concept and was able to bless us with what I call the original flavor, which is the original 8 WNBA franchises that started in 97. This, what I have on right now, is, of course, the Charlotte Sting. So, of course, everybody knows with the Charlotte Sting, they're going to represent Dawn Staley for sure. But fun fact, Dawn Staley didn't join the team until 2 years later. I'm in 99. And the OG, technically, I know Dawn Staley is the face, right? But the OG is Andrea Stinson. Shout out to Andrea Stinson for sure. Shout out to Dawn Staley. Hopefully I can get the swag signed. And DA rocking the Cleveland Rockers. Shout out to Chastity Melvin. You know what I'm saying? Who was one of the original Cleveland Rockers. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something, like these fitteds, and these are fitteds, not snapbacks, not dad hats. These are the real deal, new era fitteds. The quality is pristine. And if you look on the side, you know
Got
what
the
I'm
All-Star.
saying?
Got the All-Star, yeah.
Got the all-star. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the hat off. I might have to take the hat off so you guys can see the whole thing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like
the hat is dope.
it's the hat is like super dope. Like
Yeah, it's
super
dope.
dope.
It's really good quality. You got the look at this, it's doing like unboxing and everything. You got the original WNBA logo. That was fire right there. Yeah, I got the All-Star 2001 Orlando Cleveland Rockets logo looking really pristine. And Kate, I got the Charlotte Sting. Yo, listen, Made for the W did they thing, KDot. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
they really did their thing and stuff. And this is probably the only time I'm gonna wear this hat, because after that it's going in the rafters, baby. This is collector's
Absolutely.
list. We was trying to get all the hats, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
We was trying to get them all,
Yeah.
but we couldn't. No, but this hat is on fire. I really love it. I love the detail. I love everything about this hat. I was like, listen, I'll take what I can get. If I can't get the Liberty, if I can't get the Sparks one, if I can't get the Mercury, then listen, I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the investments there sold out in seconds online. I want to know if they got any in the NBA store. I got to find that out. Got to reach out to my contacts in New York and be like, hey, listen, I need y'all to go to the NBA store. I need y'all to go to the Lids on Jamaica Avenue and everything and see if they got some more hats there and stuff. But also, to everybody in the New York City area, Kate, I remember I told you about this about Jamaica Avenue. If y'all go to Jamaica Avenue to get some lids, some hats, please be careful. Okay, look at right here. Be
Facts.
careful when y'all go to Jamaica Avenue because it's spooky over there. You know, any time of the day. It ain't night. It ain't whatever. It's any time of the day. Jamaica Avenue is crazy. So y'all be safe. Make sure y'all go over there like where it's. I wouldn't even say when it's crowded because that's when it's crazy over there. So just be safe and keep your head on the swivel while you're out there and stuff like that, because Jamaica Avenue is the hood, pretty much, and stuff. But yeah, Kate, when we're going to get back to this basketball, we're talking for like 17 minutes, almost 17 minutes of culture.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get right into it. The college basketball season, of course, is underway, almost 3/4 of the way there. And what's impressed me about the NCAA women's basketball season so far is that you have teams out there that are just grinding, getting it done. Shout out to Ohio State for winning that crazy game in overtime tonight against USF. Was killing almost the entire game. Ohio State didn't have an answer until the final like minute because I believe they were down like as many as 5 or 6 with 1 minute left. And you know, that crazy pressure, you know, that Ohio throws out, it was just too much. It was a little overwhelming for USF in the final minute. So they ended up winning 88-86. So shout out to them. I just wanted to mention that. But we want to talk about two players that's been on our radar and have been hooping really well for their respective teams. I wanted to first start off with Angel Reese. Angel Reese has been killing it so far this season, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, yes, LSU hasn't played the best competition, but I'm still going to give credit where credit is due with Angel Reese because she has been killing just by average. She has been going on a tear, averaging 24 points per game, 14 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 2.4 steals, 1.6 blocks. And she's been playing a little over 30 minutes a game, a little over 30 minutes a game, and shooting 65% from the field. She has been on a tear. So let me hear your thoughts about Angel Reese and what she has done to help impact LSU and get off to this crazy start.
Yeah, like the numbers speak for itself. And like you said, we listen, and when if we be honest, we do think that they definitely played a cupcake schedule. You know, they're 12-0. They definitely played 12 cupcake. But at the same time, I'm with Angel Reese. Like I see the stats, I see the numbers and everything, leading the nation in rebounding, 6 in scoring, top 20 in field goal percentage. But I cannot wait until December 29th when they play against Arkansas, 13-1. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how this play transfers until how it transfers to SEC play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see how Angel Reese responds when the competition is getting picked up and everything. Look, I mean, look at her game. What really stands out, what I really love about her game, though, is the steals and block stat. They call them stocks now. But the fact that she's averaging nearly 2.5 steals, I think that's what stands out to me more because, you know, she's in there playing that defense and doing her thing and stuff. But it's at the same time, KDot, we hoopers. You know what I'm saying? We really love the game. So we want to see it against and keep that same energy. And when SEC play stuff, we want you to keep that same energy. And like with me, honestly, the jury is still out, but it's hard to turn down them numbers and stuff. What is it? 24.5, 14.5 boards. It's still impressive at the end of the day. You just wish that LSU, come on, LSU, come on, y'all should have scheduled some more of them tougher games and stuff like what Stanford did, what UConn did, what South Carolina did. But I think that also this might be momentum that Angel Reese needs when she's going to SEC play. She's comfortable, she's confident. So I think that it'll help her, and she's good anyway. I mean, she averaged what 17 and 11 last year, almost 18 and 11 last year. So I'm not like saying her stats is going to be like the fool's gold. I don't think it's fool's gold. I just can't wait till that conference play start.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And to dig a little deeper, I wanted to throw a little bit more stats out just from an analytics standpoint. And of course, all of our analytics come from Cerebro Sports. So if you love stats, if you love analytics, holla at Cerebro Sports. They give you everything from box score stats to the deep analytic stats that you need. And going back to Angel Reese with a CRAM of 19.5, the gold standard, with a 27% usage rate, she has a defensive statistical impact of 113. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. And what gets me about her defensive statistical impact is, of course, just going back to her main stats: 2.4 steals per game, 1.6 blocks. And she's only fouling 1.5 times per game in 10 games. That's incredible. She's doing all of this without fouling. Right
But
now,
but you gotta understand, okay, that like when you look at the competition that she's playing against, you know their strength of schedule. Do you know the number of their strength of schedule, K Dot?
yeah, it's probably in the triple digits. It's
Yeah,
probably in the triple
it's
digits.
236, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's why it's insane, but at the same time, it's like you gotta understand who they're going up against. They're going up against schools that don't matter right now. It's just like imagine South Carolina playing against teams like what Liberty 12 times. It's crazy. And I do think that it should be more of an uproar now. Players take the players out because the players you play who you play. This is a scheduling issue. And when you're a top 25 team and y'all moving up the poll steadily, they like I forgot, I don't know where they started out at, but I think they're 5th in the country now. They keep moving up with that central schedule like that. They should have been They should have stayed flat. You know what I'm saying? Or at least move up 1 or 2 spots, but not top 5 because we shall see though. We shall see. But yeah, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, and you have to bring context into it because yeah, stats can mean one thing, analytics can mean one thing, but the eye test definitely controls another. And even with the schedule that they had, again, she's playing who's in front of her. And again, you don't want to ignore the fact that she's having such an incredible season so far, 10 games in, and having the stats that she has. But just like you said, once SEC play comes into tack, we're going to see, we're going to table this discussion and circle back when we get to maybe late January, getting into the heart of the schedule, because I definitely believe that Angel Reese is a problem, right? She's hands down a problem.
Yeah,
But at the same time, can she keep up with this defensive statistical impact of 113 in SEC play? And I'm going to give you guys another comparable, right? We're screenshotting what we see right now, right? We're going to screenshot this, right? And then we're going to circle back around January, come February, when they're deep in the SEC play to see what the differences are, because that's definitely important. You're absolutely right. Context is completely important when it comes to these stats, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And
yeah,
speaking of, and if you wanted to move forward, talking about this next player who is actually playing right now
yeah,
and is
yeah. I didn't know they
actually,
was playing.
and they're beating a top 25 team who I believe is a pretty solid top 25 team in Creighton, and that's Stanford's own Cameron Brink.
Yeah,
Now, other night versus Tennessee, she left Earth. She left Earth. What it was, what the stat line was 21 points, 17 rebounds, 6 blocks,
yeah,
something
yeah.
like
20,
that.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
shooting like 65% from the field or
Mhm.
close to 70% from the field, something like that. It was insane. And she's having an amazing night again against a top 25 team, in Creighton. And just looking at the stats right now of what she has, 5 for 8 from the field. She has 12 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. She's killing right now.
Look, Cameron Brink been the #1 player in the nation that they recruited to go there, playing 0 minutes tonight.
0 minutes.
There's 0 minutes.
0 minutes. That's crazy.
Right now, Cameron Brink has 12 points and 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and a block, shooting 5 for 8 from the line, 2 for 3 from the foul line. And this is Cameron Brink. I wish I was able to watch. I didn't even know they was playing today, but they're beating the brakes off of Creighton right now. Look like they're going to run away with this win and stuff. But yeah, Cameron Brink, she's special. So
Very special.
you got the rare big that can get you something on the block, step outside and hit the 3, and then also defensively able to rotate, play in space for a little bit, but then a rim and
Absolutely.
she's a what you would say a unicorn. Would you say she's a generational talent? I don't know yet. I wanna see more. I wanna see more. I wanna see
Yeah,
more.
the jury's still out on that.
Yeah.
I think I also feel, and you can agree with me with this. Nowadays, a lot of people have taken generational talent to the extreme. I think we've seen between the women and men's side a lot of quote unquote generational talents that hasn't lived up to this generational talent hype.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not going to get into that tonight. But just know that it's been a little too loose for calling these players generational talents. We
Yeah.
know what generational talents are.
Yeah, exactly.
But believe Cameron Brink, just from a talent standpoint, phenomenal. Can do a lot of things at 6'4". What impresses me the most about Cameron Brink right now is that the way that she plays and how she uses the game to her advantage. Her one flaw is that her athleticism gets in her way a little too much. And that's with the fouls, just jumping at every single rate or block a shot.
Yep.
If she maintains her discipline there, she can be scarier because she's on the floor more, right?
You know where I stand on this, KDot. You know me. You know
Absolutely.
where I stand.
So I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook on that. I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook.
Cameron Brink with the foul trouble is the reason why they lost to South Carolina, to be honest. She was the best player on the floor in that game. I think she had about, what, 25 points, 4 blocks. She outplayed Aaliyah Boston. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna hurt Stanford right there. That's what's gonna hurt right there because it looks like they don't really trust a lot of their bench players. They don't know what they're gonna get from their top recruit bets. So what Cameron gotta do, she just gotta let some things slide sometimes just for the betterment of the team. So if somebody do score on you in the paint, all right, cool. You don't want to get them fouls because she's averaging, what they said per 40 minutes, she's averaging 4.3 fouls per 40 minutes. That is bad because 5 fouls and you out. So she got to be better going forward, especially in big games, especially when it counts and everything. Because when she's out, their defense is like it leaks like a sieve, KDot, when she's not on that floor. Cameron Brink has been really good this year. I think she's averaging like 13 points, 8 rebounds, almost 3.5 blocks, shooting great numbers from her shooting splits. Actually having a career year and free throws. I think she's almost at 75% from the foul line, so she's doing pretty good. And you know what's funny, KDot? Because as I'm looking at these games and stuff, I see that, hey, KDot, my narrative is so far. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing Haley Jones doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And and me, you, and our brother in arms, who's probably going to join us one day on this show, Zach Ramey from the Off the Glass podcast, who has an amazing podcast called the Off the Glass podcast. Y'all should go check that out. Haley Jones, K-Dot, I think that this WNBA draft in 2023 is very important. I think that it's less on stars and more on fit. And I feel like that Indiana should draft Haley Jones first because she fits better in Indiana as Aaliyah Boston fits better in Minnesota. So I do think that Haley Jones should be drafted first. And also the way basketball is moving to a more open sport, open game, I think that it benefits players like Haley more than post players like Aaliyah. And we moving away from the college now and moving into the pros and stuff. It happens all the time with players. Well, you know what I mean? It happens all the time with big. Think about it. If we move to the NBA, what's my man's name that went to Philadelphia? Well, he went to Duke, but he ended up going to Philadelphia, got drafted, and became the big little Okafor and back to the basket dominant. But the game doesn't change now. He can't shoot. He was rendered useless. Now what? He hasn't even been in the NBA for 10 years. He's in China playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way the game is. I'm just going strictly from the way the game is standpoint. As far as who's better, we ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just strictly from a game standpoint. Like, I think that when this draft comes, there's going to be a lot of thinking, K. We're going to get to that. We're not even really going to go into the draft real quick. That's just me pointing that out. We're not even talking about the draft because the draft is wide open. Because as we just ramble, I didn't know Diamond Miller was that good. What?
Oh yeah, Diamond Miller is a problem. She's been a problem. It's just like the dynamics of what's been happening with Maryland, with all of the transfers that's happened and
Yeah.
everything that we've heard from that Maryland. Shout out to the Maryland fan base. I love the Maryland fan base because they're the most raw, passionate fans and truthful fans next to South Carolina. To be honest with you, I've never seen a more truthful fan base than Maryland outside of South Carolina fans because South Carolina fans are very truthful as well. But they love their team, but
Mhm.
they'll get on them. They'll get on them, and they're not afraid to get on them. But Maryland fans, they're the same way. And I'm sorry, Diamond Miller, because I'm still on Angel Reese for some reason. Diamond Miller, she has been on a tear for Maryland and she's done some great things. And I wanted to, and yeah, we're rambling, but
No, we're actually not rambling. This is great. This is great basketball content. Can I talk about Diamond Miller? Can I expound a little
yeah,
bit?
because you and I are detectives and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're trying to we're trying to build this division up because there's this organization that we're trying to get a grasp on. We're trying to figure out who's the queen pin, trying to figure out who's the queen pin of the mid-range mafia.
Ooh, Queen Pin of the
And
Mid.
Diamond Miller, Diamond Miller, Diamond Miller,
Mhm.
just from her game standpoint, I need you to investigate that right quick.
I will.
So if you have your portfolio out on Diamond, because I feel like right now she could be maybe like a soldier, not necessarily a lieutenant, right? Not a lieutenant,
Yeah.
but maybe a part of the soldiers that goes out, do the dirty work, you know what I'm saying, in the mid-range. So, what you thinking about Diamond Miller?
See, with Diamond though, it's deeper than rap. If
Mm.
you feel me, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than being a part of them. I wouldn't even put her in the mid-range mafia because she does everything else. You know what I'm saying as well. Look, she's averaging what, like close to 19 points, 7 boards, almost 3 assists, steal and a half, and almost 2 blocks. Like that, she don't need to be mid. She don't need to be classified anything but mid-range mafia because she just does so much. Like she's really been flexing her muscle as that do everything type of player. The elite ability that she has to guard 1 through 5, we've seen it, and she makes any lineup on the court work. KDot because of her versatility. She roams defensively when she's playing, giving that great weak side help. She's able to stay with quick guards as well. And she's also strong enough to guard post players. And as far as professional, I think that her game is going to translate well to the WNBA or wherever she goes because offensively, she's a bucket. She can score in the paint by getting to the basket, using her ball handling to create scoring opportunities. Putbacks, I've seen that too as well. But like I said, I can't wait to see her as a pro next year because with the court opening up, K-Dot, she could be something more special than she really is. And this is why I was telling you about that when it was coming to Haley Jones and Aaliyah Boss, because the way the game is changing now. Like Diamond Miller can do we have another Ryan Howard coming in Diamond Miller? You know what I'm saying? I think Ryan Howard might be a better shooter, better ball handler, have a better bag, which, you know, but I think that like Diamond Miller could definitely be something special. And I just think that when it comes to mid-range mafia, I think that her game is too expansive to just be mid-range and stuff, but she can hit it because we've seen what she did in Notre Dame when she had 31, 12, and 5, hit the one-legged game winner. What? Nasty. She is nasty.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's a problem. That was nasty work. That was nasty work she put in on Notre Dame. And right now, ESPN has her projected to go number 4 to the Washington Mystics. Shout out to MA before for peace in regards to the mock draft that we have so far. Right now, Diamond Miller looks like she's the number 4. She's the number 4 overall pick, right behind Aaliyah Boston, Haley Jones, right? And forgot who they had at 3. I'm going to Atlanta. My mind is drawing a blank right there, but I know for sure Diamond Miller is number 4. We'll, of course, again, we'll table this conversation because I want to, when we do our draft preview, it's gonna be bananas when we do that show. I
Yeah.
know it's gonna be bananas.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun college season. I cannot wait until the conference play start. That's when we're gonna really start diving in. You know what I'm saying? When there's no cupcakes at all, when we really diving in and checking these games out and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun covering it. Like we entrenched. It's crazy. Because Kate, I had so much NBA content that I wanted to do, but I like threw it all away. Like one of somebody, I'm not gonna say his name or whatever, but somebody that does NBA content, I just gave him all my notes. Yeah, read them, do your thing. There you go. It's top notch, everything and stuff. Because women's basketball's it's just been too popping, man. It's just been too popping and stuff. And now that we got the hats, we locked in. AU is about to come out soon. Athletes Unlimited. Shout outs to them. Get your merch, get your AU merch and everything. And then the W's tapping back in and stuff. Hey, K-Dot, before we go though, right? What about the W? What about the W? Hey, what you think about that whole expansion? They tabled the expansion conversation. I think that they should talk about expanding the rosters first. We said it on this podcast plenty of times.
Yeah,
Expand the
yeah.
rosters. You know what I'm saying? Don't give everybody hopes up and everything. Talking about we had a deadline and a deadline then passed, and now they're going to table the conversation. Just expand the rosters, and I cannot wait for this next collective bargaining agreement, the CBA, because it's time. Them players gonna have to take a stand. They're gonna have to take a stand, and if that means missing some games, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? The players gotta do it. They gotta do it and stuff. And before we get out of here though, welcome home again, BG. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait
Absolutely.
for you to come back and play. We wasn't even supposed to talk about you playing because we like, all right, BG Hill, BG Hill. But that might be the healing process. Basketball might be the solace that she needs to be on the court and stuff. And I said it and I tweeted it out. Now we know everybody in the women's basketball community. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything, but nobody messing with Sophie Cunningham. But we also want to see BG win a ring. And in order for BG to win a ring, Sophie Cunningham is on that team. She got to show out and do her thing. So you all gonna have to root and cheer for Sophie Cunningham. to win a title, and I'm here for it. It's so funny.
You're gonna have to put the parental advisory on this episode because I ain't cheering for shit except for BG.
That's KDot
Yes,
first.
yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. But seriously, I'm just glad that BG stateside back home, getting right, taking the steps to get right, and once I read that article when they said she dunked on the court her first workout, I was like, yeah, she coming back. But obviously, I didn't want to say nothing publicly because you know how it's sensitive. But now that she said she want to come back in 2023, oh, I was excited. Them
Yeah,
games is
very
going to
excited.
be them games is going to be lit.
I would love to go to the dream game. I would love to if
KDot, we gotta find the tickets and we gotta buy them right now. That's it.
I would love that.
We going to the Dream Mercury game. That's it. We going. We gotta go. We have to go. We have to go. I don't even care where the seats is at. We gotta be in there. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be in there. We gotta be in there to see that. And yeah, it should be. So that's dope that she's doing that. So get your rest, get your health on and everything, BG. We waiting for you to come back and stuff. I can't wait for her to talk and have a wide range of conversation and everything. Not because I want to know what happened, the whole thing like that. I just want to hear her talk and just want to see her do her thing and stuff. And it should be fun and stuff. Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here, brother?
No, we're good. This was an excellent conversation. I believe that the way that we have this going on right now is
Yeah.
going to be something for the ages, and I really like that the idea has come to fruition now. I can't wait to how I do it. I always listen back, always ourselves. So it's just amazing to see.
Yeah, you know me, I be calling you all hours of the night. Yo, we got to do this. We got to do that. Yo, what you think about this? What you think about that? And it's just, this is the magic that's happening and stuff. So keep rocking with us, keep supporting us. We're going to keep bringing y'all this content that's going to be so elite. So I can't wait for y'all to see the intro, how this stuff comes in and everything that I created and stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun covering women's basketball. KDot, listen, 2023 is going to be the year. Listen, conference play, our real first time diving into college basketball. Conference play is starting after Christmas, so we're gonna be right there. And I honestly think that if that LSU Arkansas game is on national TV, that should be the first game we cover, to really see like, all right, cool. Angel, we see 25 and 15. If you round them off, 25 and 15. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's see what's really going on over there at LSU, what they got you doing, because you putting up some historic numbers. You see that in Hawaii, she was a problem. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. But yeah, we're gonna get on out of here. Thank you for listening to Keep It in 9450, Codename WBB. Don't forget to follow us at the 9450 on Twitter and K.Lou3H on Twitter and D_Artest on Twitter as well. Love is love. Yo, made for the W. Thank you. The hats is fire, K.Dot. The hats is fire. Peace. We out.
Peace out.